This one daily routine helped me lose love handles and belly fat when nothing else I did worked. For the longest time, I believed the same fitness myths everyone else did. I thought if I just did enough crunches, if I just cut my calories low enough, if I just worked out harder, my lower belly fat and love handles would disappear. But no matter how much effort I put in, those stubborn areas never seemed to change. It wasn't until I learned what was really going on beneath the surface that everything clicked. See, love handles and lower belly fat aren't just about exercise. They're about hormones, stress, food choices, and even genetics. And if you don't understand how these factors come into play, you can work as hard as you want and still see little to no progress. But the good news? Once I figured this out, I was finally able to make real, lasting changes. And today, I'm going to walk you through everything you need to know so you can do the same. So let's start with why this fat forms in the first place. Have you ever noticed that some people store fat in their thighs, others in their arms? But for a lot of us, it goes straight to our midsection. That's not just random. One of the biggest culprits is hormones, specifically cortisol, which is known as the stress hormone. When your body is under constant stress, whether from lack of sleep, poor diet, or just the demands of everyday life, it releases cortisol. And one of cortisol's favorite things to do? Store fat right around your midsection. That means if you're always feeling on edge, running on caffeine, or skimping on sleep, your body is basically holding on to belly fat for dear life. Another major factor? Insulin resistance. This happens when your body gets used to processing too much sugar and refined carbs, making it harder to burn fat. If you're eating a lot of processed foods, even if you're working out, your body is going to prioritize storing fat instead of burning it. And then, of course, there's genetics. Now, genetics don't mean you're stuck with love handles forever, but they do play a role in how and where your body stores fat. The key is learning how to work with your body, not against it. Pause this video and drop in the comments. What's your biggest struggle with love handles? Let's see how many of us relate. Now, I used to think that if I just worked out more, if I did 1,000,000 crunches a day, this fat would go away. But let me save you some time. Spot reduction is a myth. Doing crunches will strengthen your core, but it won't magically melt away belly fat. And cutting calories too drastically can actually make things worse. If you're starving yourself, your body goes into survival mode, holding on to fat because it doesn't know when it's getting its next meal. That's why people who crash diet often lose weight everywhere except their belly. So what actually works? It all comes down to a combination of the right nutrition, smart workouts, and managing stress. First, let's talk food. If you want to burn fat, your diet needs to work for you, not against you. Focus on protein, healthy fats, and fiber. These are the foods that keep you full, support muscle growth, and help regulate hormones. A good fat-burning meal might look like grilled salmon with quinoa and roasted vegetables, or eggs with avocado and a side of leafy greens. Small changes like swapping out processed carbs for whole foods can make a huge difference over time. Now for the workouts. If you want to tighten up your core and reduce love handles, you need a mix of strength training and cardio. One of my go-to exercises is Russian twists. This one really targets the obliques, the muscles on the sides of your abs, and helps define your waistline. I like to do these with a medicine ball, but you can use anything with a little weight. The key is to keep your movements controlled and really engage your core. Next, hanging leg raises. If you want to strengthen your lower abs, this is the move. When I first started, I could barely do 2 reps, but over time, I built up my strength. The secret is slow, controlled movements, no swinging or using momentum. It's all about letting your core do the work. And finally, mountain climbers. This one is great because it's a fat-burning cardio move that also targets your core. I like to set a timer for 30 seconds and go as fast as I can while keeping good form. It's simple, but super effective for trimming down your midsection. Include small daily habits to reinforce fat loss, like drinking more water to reduce bloating, walking after meals to improve digestion and insulin sensitivity, strength training twice a week for long-term fat burning. Beyond food and exercise, the one thing that made a huge difference for me was managing stress and getting enough sleep. I used to think sleep didn't matter, that I could just push through on coffee and motivation. But once I started prioritizing rest, everything changed. My workouts felt better, I wasn't craving junk food as much, and I actually started seeing results. If you're constantly stressed and running on empty, your body is going to hold on to fat, so don't underestimate the power of recovery. Now, I know this can feel overwhelming, but trust me, small, consistent changes add up. It's not about doing everything perfectly, it's about creating habits that you can stick with long term. And the best part? Once you start seeing progress, it becomes so much easier to keep going. So now I want to hear from you. What's been the hardest part of losing belly fat for you? Drop a comment below. I read and reply to as many as I can. And if you're tired of fitness myths and want real, no BS fat loss strategies, hit that subscribe button. I break it all down. No gimmicks, just results. Hi, this is Jean with Fit Fusion, and this is our YouTube channel. By the way, there's a huge mistake most women over 30 make that actually blocks fat loss and from being able to get flat stomachs, smaller hips. It's a common problem, and I explain exactly how to fix it in my free guide. I'll drop the link below, so be sure to grab it. And don't click away just yet. If you're serious about getting rid of belly fat, the next video on your screen will show you the exact workouts that actually burn it off. Click it now, and I'll see you there.